Hey guys, welcome back to the second part of the how to produce tier 4 items. We are just gonna dive right into it. So we explained a couple of things in the last episode and what we need to build, what configuration of items, how to just find that configuration of planets that you can find in one system, and how you can find a wormhole setup. Now, I will be showing this like in a high sec, but just to show you why you shouldn't do it on high sec. So we're gonna warp to like one of the custom offices. It's basically because of the taxes, alright? You are just gonna warp to like, let's just say to one custom office. And because you're just gonna do a lot of like take stuff out, put stuff in, there are gonna be a lot of taxes, and you really need to do this in a safer space. Now, the configuration or how to just set up your planets, we're gonna show you in this video. But I'm here to just tell you a little bit, because look at this. Let's just have access. It just this tax, and you cannot configure it, and you're always gonna pay 10% tax. Sometimes it can be even higher. Sometimes you can even get like 20% tax or 15% tax. And yeah, that makes it you know, all your that means for all the transactions, whenever you just put stuff out or put stuff in, and that really will just mess up your things. So we're gonna do a couple of resets, and we're gonna show you exactly how you can configure. I'm gonna show you the character, the main character, that is the hardest one to configure for the PI4, and the other two characters are just really easy. You just need a copy of all the other items that, or all the other planets, and produce them at max capacity. Although I'm gonna show that in the later in the video, but I already have a video on that that you can watch, and how to produce tier 3 at maximum capacity, which will be useful. And basically you do that for every planet that is shown right here, and produce the required items for the other two alts, basically doing those things. Now, the harder part is to configure the tier 4 facilities. And also, so you all know, the tier 4 facilities can only be built in Barren and Temperature. So you can see, you can, you know, build high-tech production facility, or in a Temperature that I don't have it here. I think it is in the system. But for example, if we go at like, let's just say a gas, you don't see a tier 4. So it's really good if your system that you're building, the stuff that you have with all these characters, and that has at least one copy of Barren or Temperature. So you have like 2 planets. Although it's not super necessarily, it's not like the end of the world if it's not. It's just that you will have to probably move some tier 1s into the tier 2 facilities for an alt, and just have a double production for a Barren, or yeah, in an alt. So let's go through what we're gonna do. So I found like a system that has like the right planets, has like 2 Barrens, it has like 1 lava, 1 storm, 1 gas, 1 temperature, has a couple of more gases, but it has like the ice as well that we're looking for. So this is a good system. Now we're gonna build from scratch, and we're gonna start with, you know, what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you how to do first the double production, and I'm gonna do this on 2 alts. Let's see, what do we need to build actually on lava. Okay, so Mm. First, actually, just might need to delete this, although I don't want to. Yeah, we'll decommission. That's fine. So I can show you. All right. So we got. We will have to do double. First, what do we need to actually build? Because I'm actually interested. I need to build a required item for, and I think it's the miniature. Yeah, miniature electronics. So we'll need to extract Felsic Magma and non-C5 iron. Okay. That's our command center. That's upgraded. Non-C5 and Fel Magma. Now, Fel Magma is notoriously hard to find. I mean, we see here a very good spot. Ooh, this is one of the best spot, but we have to have non-5. I mean, non-5, we don't see it anywhere else, so we're really just gonna have to focus on this. Maybe move it into the south. Ah, it's right here a little bit better. So just have it here, the extractions, or have the one extraction on that side and one extraction on the other side. Yeah, that's close enough. I think this is a good spot. So we're gonna build those 2 extractors. We're gonna have them. And now one right here. And let's look at suspended. Wait, we looked at the wrong thing. We need to look at the suspended plasma. Actually, we need just to rebuild. Give me a second, because I look at the wrong item. Wait, where is the... There you go. That's the extractor. Actually, we're just gonna decommission and build a little better. And so we know this stuff is right here. And we look for the non-5, which is a bit in the south. Now, I can have this extractor right here and just have the second one a little bit more in the south and have the others like in the middle. Think we can get, because we need like a good extraction. Alright, let me see. We're gonna submit this because we need now the non-5, which is a bit more in the south. I think we can definitely get this. Those 2 pods are really the important ones. And let's build another extractor. Yeah, that covers. Although it's a bit far away, I'm wondering if I'll have enough power grid to sustain, because we'll need quite a bit. And you know, we'll install a couple of nodes. I think 3 is the start. You definitely probably need more. I think I'll have to have more on this one. Let's just submit. Alright. We got those 2 extractors now. We need to just get the right amount. We have to set it on 4 days. and see if we can get the necessary output for 4 days. This is looking good though. We'll just need to build a couple more nodes apparently. We really just should be just in white because we have the space. I don't know if we can just have that many odds. I think we'll just have to settle for 5 nodes. And maybe even reduce. Okay, let's increase. It's 24. Sure, let's have it like, I mean, I'm pretty sure I need to have 4 nodes on this one. So I really just need to get it down. Alright, I think this is acceptable. Let's make it at 2 days. So we know we need to reset this at 2 days. Even if we get a little more extraction. There you go. So we get the 24,000, or we get a little bit more, 25,000, that's fine. And we can start extracting actually as well. Let's do the same for this one as well. We need 24,000. I think we can just install 5 here because let me just have this also on like 2 days. There you go. Exactly 2 days. It's good enough. Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect now. There you go. At also 24,000 set up for 2 days. We're gonna submit and start extracting. Nice. So we got those 2 extraction going on that make it 24,000 capacity. We'll need a launch pad. We'll put it like right in the middle. And we'll need just a couple of facilities. Let's have them also like somewhat in the middle. Now we need a storage. For those 2. Maybe have like just one in the middle. And create the links to the storage. Okay. So basically what that will do, we're gonna create a route of those items right here. And a route of those items right here. Now we need to just double check as well if it really just extracts the right amount. Sometimes it's bugged. I think we just set it up at the wrong cycle. We set it for 1 day. Yeah, I was wondering. We need to set up for 2 days. There you go. That's correct. This is also set up for 2 days. Yes, correct. Very well. Now, those tier zeros are getting extracted and move into this storage. Same goes with this tier 0. Move this in this storage. Now the tier zeros will have to be produced, and we'll have them produced into tier 1s. Let's have them right here and right here. We're gonna create the links. Wait. We'll have to do the links between all of them. What am I thinking about? There you go. And in this facility, we'll have to build... What is required from silicon? Yes. The Felsic Magma. So we'll have to install the silicon here. And double it. And on this, we have to build... What is made out of... We'll just look at the item itself. Alright. Show info. Kirol. Am I not seeing? Oh, okay. There you go. Alright. So, the stuff are moving here, and once there will be stuff in here, we're gonna be moved into those tier 1 facilities, and those tier 1 facilities will now I'm looking at it and I'm just wondering, because we just have pretty good power still, if we can just increase it to have like 4 days. I really wanna, you know, because if I can just include more nodes, I can get it to 4 days. So let's try to do that. That's the goal, because basically now we only just create the route, and oh, we're gonna create the link to the structure. 2. Those things are just gonna get exported. Now, like I said, I'm looking for right now to just have 24,000, but have it extracted on 4 days, because That's how we get the right synchronization. So we'll have to definitely just install a couple more nodes. The 6th one that we did, but I think it... Yeah, there's definitely space. Four, 6 to be in the white, just to get the maximum extraction. Let's submit it as that. And start the extraction on 4 days. There you go. We want to do the same for this as well. Unfortunately, I have to stop. And we will just... Let's take a look. 4 days. Let's have it set up for 4 days. Just have it a little bit more spread, I guess. Have that one right there as well. $17,000. One more node. 20,000. Really getting up there. 24,000. There you go. We got the right extraction and the right amount of time. 24 days. It is reachable based on what we did. So we're gonna start extraction, submit. Now it's much better. So we extract this every 4 days. This as well. And those stuff are just gonna move into this. You know, the tier zeros are gonna move into this, and as soon they are in this storage, I'm gonna create a route for them and move them into those structures. Into those tier 1 structures. Now I'm wondering if I can just build it into tier 2s as well, but I think that's a little bit of a stretch. Although I can try. Because it's just the 1 planet, right? Or 2? No, you'll need 2. And you need the links as well. Wait. So, say you build those 2. And create the links. But you need links from all of them, right? Same goes with the other facility. Oh my god, we actually can do it. That's amazing. I mean, that will just ease things up for sure. So basically what I did is just have the tier 1s build into... let me see, actually first we have to build from something or towards something. And let me see. Let me see from my notes. We have to build the miniature electronics. So it is possible to actually just not have to move stuff around. But I will explain it regardless in case, you know, you'll have issues on how to build like another system. So, there you go. We built that. And I guess now we can create the routes. That is just enough. It doesn't have a link? It does exist. Ah, because I have to install here too. Okay, now I get it. Alright, so I have to install here again miniature electrics. We're gonna submit. I just built something wrong there. I built something else. It's miniature electronics, not microfiber shelled. There you go. Now I can create a route. Let's do it the right way. Very well. Same goes to this. And actually, this route is wrong. We want to have, because you already may have the necessary stuff there, or the necessary input. So we have half. Now create very nice. There you go. We have the tier 3 or the tier 2 produced at the maximum capacity. And I mean, it's just one part. The other part you'll have to do it on, because you're only gonna be able to do one exportation on this. Let's create the route. To just export, sorry. There you go. Input, miss input. So it's just input. That means it's just from the tier 0 that it's gonna get extracted. And once that is in, we create the route for the storages that are in to those facilities, and we just make the tier 2s. But that's only half required. Of the total amount actually output that we do. The other half we'll have to build it on other structure that we're gonna do as well. But this is pretty tight. I mean, obviously, if you cannot do it, you don't have the links necessarily, you can definitely skip doing this part of producing or having tier 2 facilities here and just have them on a separate planet. But I managed to squeeze, because I have the necessary power, and do that. Alright, so we did that one planet. That's how we complete the first chain, or the first thing that we need, and we created like 10 and we're just gonna do the same for the biocells. Let's take a look. You can build it anywhere. Let's just build it here, for example. Okay, let's submit. And we need biocells. So what do you need for biocells? And we also need to do this at double production. We need biofuels, which need carbon. So carbon and noble metals. So let's look at the scan. Noble. Let's look for a spot if there's like a white spot where there's like... We don't see that. Oh, there's one here. Okay. And carbon, it's also nearby. Yeah, we'll have it right here. Yeah. I think we can build those extractors pretty close from each other. Compared to the other ones where we had to just split a bit. And let's have some extraction going on. We had Noble, right? Noble. We need to set it up for 4 days so we have good synchronization. And I think we can have a couple of nodes. So let's just... We need double production for this as well. So let's get that. See if we can do it with 5. Might need to install another one. Interesting. Not enough. Let's see if we can squeeze 24,000 extractions. Doesn't look like it. And I have them pretty central, so... I guess we'll have to build another one. But I guess because those extraction are a little bit closer, maybe we can actually squeeze that. And on this we need to extract the carbon. Just... I mean, it's right here. Holy shit, we can get this. Okay, 4 days. Damn. I really need 6, huh? Alright. We're gonna submit. Program not active. There you go. Very well. Now we need just be able to extract and storage. A link between those extraction to the storage. Now we'll have to create a route once an extraction happens. We cannot do that right now, but we'll do it as soon that is the case. But we'll need to route this first. So far, so good. Good. That's the basic setup. Now we'll need at least to be able to do the tier 1s. So we'll just build around and create the links. This is absolutely necessary. Anything else that we can build additionally, it's extra. Alright, now let's look what we need with this. Do biocells, right? On this one. Set with that. We did carbon and we did noble metals. Noble metals, carbon, correct. Alright, biocells it is. And for biocells, we just need biofuels and precious metals. So we're gonna have that built. Biocells. Check something. Good. And noble metals. Where's the noble metals? I don't. Is it noble metal? No, it's precious metals. There you go. That's good. Now let's see if we can route them correctly. Or, you know, route them to some tier 2 facilities. Or create the links. It's about the links. If we can do the links, then we can do everything else. So it's half, it's awesome. Looks like we can. But we'll need one from perfect. So it works. We're gonna have this one here. Or did I? Storage and the advanced facility. Oh, we need to just build. Okay. First, we build this into biocells. I always forget about this. There you go. Build, and then we can just do it. And those moved right there and move right there. Very nice. And this output is gonna be exported out of the planet. Very nice. Okay, we got those. So only thing that is missing is just the input from the extractions. Same thing. created the routes. We kind of finished that too. I'm actually curious here if I have the routes. I think I have the routes set up though. Alright, so we did another one at double production. Now the thing is, there's like 12,000 units that are gonna be extracted and not produced. So we'll have to actually just do something about those. Those are just gonna be a couple of tier zeros that we'll need to produce into tier ones. Because we don't have enough capacity to, you know, or power grid to do that on double capacity. We'll just have to build too many structures in order to do that. But we did half, and the other 12,000 that are tier 0 that are just gonna get extracted, we're gonna export it and build it in a facility that gonna produce the tier 1s and the tier 2s. Alright, that's the first step. The other 2s. What else do we need to build? Let me take a look at the notes. We have lava. We have Barren. At double production we have ice. Now we need to do ice as well. As you guys can see, I don't have an ice here, so I'll have to actually just delete. Obviously you want to do this on like one system. I'm doing this for, you know, so you guys can actually see. I'm just gonna delete this as well so I can build another in this system. So let's go at the resource planets and install one at one of the ice planets. There you go. We can warp there. Although we don't have to, we just have to access the planetary industry. There you go. We're gonna have this ice build command center, and we are just gonna look at what we need remaining. Now obviously you need in your cargo, in your ship, forgot to mention, like a command center. I already used one. As you can see, I had like 6,000, now I have 5,000. I use one facility or command center to build into this system. And there you go. Now we have this command center, and we're just gonna build towards the remaining double production that we have. The remaining double production is it biocells? No, it's oh, okay. Super tensile plastics. Those are the one that we need to produce. And in order to do that, we need oxygen and, or, you know, noble gas and plankton colonies. So let's just take a look. Plankton colonies and noble gas, they're all in low qualities. So it's gonna be a difficult task. Wait, we already submitted, right? Is it me, so we're just not seeing anything? I'm like, what the hell? I'm not seeing anything. Okay, there's something. And there's something here too. It's really hidden. Barely can't even see it. I think this is gonna be one of the difficult one to actually get 24,000. But yeah, that's one spot. I'm just looking at spots, and really, there's just one place where you can build. Yeah, we'll have to build this extraction right here for the plankton colonies. You may need to get more lucky than me with... Also, I need to just upgrade the command center. Something that I didn't have to do on the others. Submit. Now that we can do this extraction, let's just have a couple of nods and see if we can get it to 4 days to extract plankton colonies. I suspect we'll need a couple of extractions too. Not even sure if I can get it to 24,000, but we'll give it a try. Now I know that the density for the ice usually it's a bit difficult anyway, but I expect to be that difficult. Not even sure I can do it like on 24,000 with all the nodes installed. Probably can get it to 18,000. Well, we're gonna submit as it is. And we're just gonna get another extractor for the noble gas, right? Let me see. Oxygen, which is from the noble gas, yes. So let's scan. I mean, that's right there. Okay. Now, if you can just get yourself a better, like, density of on the ice, you should definitely find a planet that has a little bit better density. I just picked one randomly, and I'm pretty sure you can get a little bit more density. This should be a little bit on the low end, but you should find a bit more. What is this? Yes. No, I'm not really looking to outmatch or anything. And I guess if we really cannot do it, we can just half it. Like have it on 2 days if necessary. Did we even just build on the right spot? Because I don't see anything. Here. I see a little bit on the north. Maybe on the south, but I don't see anything here. So maybe I should just get a little bit more on the north. Get into a pod. Let's decommission it. Actually, it does show me something. It's just barely seeing it. Alright, fine. Let's have extractions on every 2 days for the number gas. Yeah, there's a bit. Even with max scanning skills, barely can see that. May even need to just reduce it to like 1 day. There you go. 1 day. Same here. Let's just reduce it. Let's stop the extraction. And have this every there you go. Maybe we just can install a couple of nodes. They're a bit off here. Maybe one more. If we put them more central. Maybe we can squeeze that. Doesn't look like it. So just get another node there. There you go. Every freaking day then. It is. Let's submit. And let's have a common spot. And a storage. and some links. Now we need the tier 1s. Oh, I can't build those two. We might even just to get the to just extract those two and build the tier 0s that I have extracting from in here and have them exported from the planet. It is that deep because it's just like it is, the extractions are just really terrible. Because you really need 24,000 to do this at maximum capacity. There's the only way. And just reduce it. 24,000. Submit. Let's take a look. Yes, 24,000. It's a little less. So we're gonna stop. We need 24,000, just make sure. I guess we could just have it set up at 1 day. It looks like more than enough, but when I submit it, it's not. I guess it'll just have one more node, because why not? Because we can. Let's see how much is gonna get exported. Still 22,000. I don't know what the hell is up with that. This one seems to be running just fine. You might have encountered those issues as well. Create the route. No, this is just fine. Is this just one? This one. That's having issues. So we're gonna get another one. We get as many as we need till we get 24,000 production needed. Is it right now? Still 22,000. I don't know what am I doing wrong. Did it move at all? I'm just curious. Is that like a bug or? Because it shows me like a lot more production or extraction. Or it's just because this pod cannot just give me that much more that it already has. I'm just confused. Anyway, yes, we have to build this one too. I know this is a long video, guys, for the tier 4s, but it really just takes you that, because this is the most difficult configuration that you have to do, and you need to have this before you can, you know. Let's get another one. Yeah, it's just doesn't move at all for some reason. I don't know what it is. Or the extraction just doesn't increase that much. I mean, it's not a lot that it's missing. It's just that, you know, it's annoying. Now the thing is, now we'll have, because this extraction is really, really bad, we will have to build from, like, literally export the tier 0s into those tier 1s and keep on going down the chain. And that's about it on this part, and how to produce at double production those tier those things. We're gonna do the third part on the video on how to I guess extract those and just create the other 3 planets required. This episode was for the double productions of the facilities, and yeah, it's quite a lot. Now in the next episode we're gonna cover the Barren and having to be able to just extract, and also have to tier 4 facility there too. You can only build, like I said again, Barren or Temperature. There's the only planets that can have tier 4 facilities. And in the next episode we're also just gonna have the cargo that is extracted from those planets, have them moved and to the new facilities that we're gonna build on the same on a planet. We're gonna have a planet where we just build the remaining stuff, the tier 0s that we're gonna extract from the ice planet and convert it into tier 1s. The tier 1s that will be made into tier 2s. We're gonna have a dedicated planet for those activities, and the rest is the tier 3s that we're gonna produce the into tier 4s. Sorry. Yeah, that's it. That's it for this video, the second part of the tier 4s. This is how you double produce. You need 24,000 units, and I did it because of my configuration in this system. As you guys can see, I have like Barrens, I have Storm, Temperature. Now I'm doing this in, you want to do this in one system. That's why it's configured exactly. Takes a bit of time, especially if you're doing this also in the wormholes. So yeah, and out of that we will just gonna be able to produce the biocells at double, you know, the 10 biocells per hour required for the tier 3s, for the, you know, whatever it's, what is that, for the gel matrix it's used. And same, we're gonna be able to produce 10 super tentacles plastics per hour, which will be produced into those tier 3s as well, and 10 miniature electronics per hour from the lava planet. We basically managed to squeeze quite a couple of things. Now, like I said, we still have to extract and produce that in a dedicated planet, the remaining stuff, but for now that's what's remaining. And yeah, if you manage, you know, we build half on the other three. We're gonna build them later. And with the alts, it's really easy to have those stuff. Now, like I said, I got a little unlucky with the ice there. The density was not great. That's the one difficult planet. That's why you will just need 2 ice if possible to find, because those density are pretty tight for the ice, and it's gonna get a little bit complicated if you're not doing it right. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll catch you into the third part. I'll probably do it today as well. Take care. Bye.